It's a powerful tool that we have. One image can just change the way someone thinks. I always loved animals. Everything I always did was about animals ever since I was a tiny thing. I got my first SLR camera when I was 15. That was also the year I realised that I was actually eating the animals that I obsessively loved. It was like a light bulb moment. I remember looking at my mum cutting up a roast chicken, and I remember going, oh my gosh, I'm actually eating the animals that I say that I love. I remember my mind just was blown. Because, you know, growing up being fed animals, you don't really think about it. It's kept in the dark what you're actually eating, what is actually happening to these bodies that you're eating and who they are when they were alive. No one talks about it, especially when you're a kid. You know, the injustice of how we treat animals in this world really pushed me, and I just never stopped taking photos of animals and animal issues, and it's been over 25 years now. You know, a great image that connects to an animal and conveys their emotional life through the lens can really change how someone thinks about an animal and how they use them in their day-to-day lives. It's a powerful tool that we have. One image can just change the way someone thinks. I'm a very emotional kind of person. I really suffer immense anxiety in the lead up to shooting on farms. I can be standing outside a shed door in near tears, you know, but once I get in that shed and lift my camera to my eye, my entire self changes and I'm suddenly in work mode. My emotions are automatically locked away whilst I work. See, you have to work fast in these places, and you have to be really switched on to capture what you need to capture in a very short space of time. There's no space for emotions or anxieties or fear. It's not something I do consciously. It's like a switch that's flicked as soon as I put my camera to my eye. There's always a few animals in these places who truly, really do connect to me whilst I'm shooting. They look right at me like they know who I am. They look at me through my lens like they know I'm not going to hurt them, and they know I know that they're suffering. Those are the moments where I sometimes lose my grip on things, and I have to breathe and get myself back to working and just shooting. Often in those moments, I do actually grab that particular animal and take them with me. I have the wonderful gift of running a sanctuary where I can look after these animals for their whole lives. And you know, that really does help with how I deal with the aftermath of my mental health after shooting in a farm or somewhere as equally horrific. The feeling of leaving and walking out of a farm is really one of the worst things I experience in this whole thing. It's just a feeling of utter hopelessness and despair. By the time I've put my camera down, I am walking out towards the door, and you know, I can feel my heart breaking a little bit more with every step that I take away from those animals. The things that do haunt me a lot are the sounds of the animals screaming, you know, the sounds of the animals still locked in that shed as I'm able to walk away. Leaving them behind is one of the hardest things I do. It's one of the hardest things all of us who walk into these places has to do. I really hope people walk away with a renewed sense, a renewed attitude towards the animals they use and eat daily. I want people to think about how and why they use animals in their day-to-day lives. I'd love people to realise that the animals they're using are just as intelligent, sentient, emotional and present as their own dog is. I want people to be aware that these animals just want to be able to live and they're not machines. I'm really invested in helping my viewers see chickens as the funny, clever, cheeky individual souls they actually are. They're the most used and abused animals on this planet, yet they're one of the most amazing animals. But no one seems to realise it. I am on a mission to wake people up to this fact with my photos and my stories of my funny little girls at my sanctuary.